Hello, everyone. Gleekon here again, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. The show where we cover everything in the universe, every book, every hard-to-find, only print material, where we look at the manga, and we play every game, every quest of every game, and we do so with an attention to detail and lore unmatched in the YouTube world out there. So we've been doing a World of Warcraft classic walkthrough where we are just long playing our way through the game, everything in it. And we're doing Desolace right now as a Horde character. So stay a while and listen as we take Leek and Soul back in. We're actually in Orgrimmar right now because there's a little bit of things we had to do as part of questing in Desolace. One of the things I should do when I'm offline today is I should get the... I need to send myself the... whatchamacallit, the advanced target dummy. I should remember that. So I had a... Speaking of sending myself things, I'll tell you guys right now what we're going to go do is learn our shaman powers while we're here in Orgrimmar. We have to do a couple things. Don't remember what the heck else they are, but... Oh, we have to go turn in alliance relations over there, so we'll do that on the way out. That was one thing. We did just hit level 40. Cool for us, so we've got to learn some moves. That's going to be cool right now. But there is a quest in Dustwallow Marsh that is obnoxious. It's called Jarl Needs a Blade, or Jarl Needs a Blade. And you have to get a Moonsteel Broadsword, which is a blacksmith-only purchase, or crafting thing. That's not a recipe trained by a trainer. So, if you want to purchase this sword online in the auction house, well, for the Horde, not available. For the Alliance, I was able to find plenty of them for 25 gold each, which was a pain.
The spirits have guided you to me. How may I be of service?
First, teach me Chain Lightning, rank 2. So this can do up to 311 damage, 3 targets, everything else is the same. So almost like a 1/3 upgrade, pretty solid. I don't think I've even ever cast that spell, but if I want it to be balanced AoE, it's there, it's an option for me.
Spirits have guided you to me. How may
Flame Shock, we use that one all the time. It is now 152 with 168 dot, and that's pretty good. So it's basically like a 2/3, like a 60-70% increase to damage. Pretty solid. Sure, there's an associated mana cost increase, but
the spirits have guided you.
Okay, and then Searing Totem, well, that's nice. So this one will repeatedly attack for up to 34 fire damage from up to 25. So again, almost a 50%, not quite a 50% upgrade, but almost. But considering it's like a turret, it's nice. Nice to have it. Alright, so that's all our elemental stuff. Notice these moves are all costing a little bit more than a gold, too. Okay, an upgrade to Lightning Shield, well, that's one of our main ones. 114 nature damage up from 80. So that's pretty good. That's like a 30% increase in damage to the old Lightning Shield. Gotta love that.
The spirits have guided you to me.
I know I do this really weird. Wind Fury Weapon, well, that's great. So this is an extra 119 attack power. Nothing else really changed other than that. Now that's 16 extra power, so because of where it's at, that's about a 15% increase in damage to the Wind Fury Weapon, but considering that is also one of our main buffs, that is the buff we rock, any damage upgrade to that is beneficial.
How may I be of service?
And finally, we learn mail now. Oh my gosh. So now we can wear mail armor. That's amazing. We'll mess with that in a second. And then Chain Heal. We got a new heal. Finally, a new skill. So this is an AoE heal that I can use like in the heat of the moment. So we're going to go ahead and bop these over to the side a little bit. It purges the enemy. It's not really the same thing. I should separate that more. Alright, so now I have an AoE heal. I love that. We can actually... Right, that's what it does. Yeah, it heals and then jumps to additional. It's kind of like Chain Lightning. It will jump to other party members. And it can heal up to 3. And so it's got a main heal of around 360. which is right on par with lesser heal. And then it will heal the next one half of that, and then the next one half of that. So it's a nice way. And my healing stream totem is going to go up now. It will heal 10 up from 8. So a 25% increase to heal. Still not that. It's just such a low healing thing. I just don't know how that's effective. But I guess as a passive sort of constant heal, it's nice. Especially once I get that upgrade to my radius. And then healing wave, of course, my main heal. It goes up to 850, so that's about a 25% increase in that too. That's the main heal though, so we can't complain about having our main. So that's a good one too. Great, good on it. And meanwhile, we're just dropping the cost of totems. So that was a good level up, a really good one. So 9199, that's an improvement. So new shoulder pads that are intellect and spirit. Those are straight up healer shoulder pads. We do have this mail, which is going to be 13 with a 98. So that's cool. I like that. Getting some mail healing stuff would be the best. But that's nice. So now our armor is going to be starting to jump up now that we can wear mail. I love that. And then 120 with 15 stats. Oh. So that's 18 stats on the belt. Oh, so this belt of corruption is actually better. The armor is a little bit worse, but I'd rather have. I shouldn't have kept that belt because our belt of, we're going to go with stats first and foremost. Okay, so we've got a bunch of other stuff to sell and do right now. Now, what can we, I'm not going to be building that, but we don't have a lot of leather. Heavy leather, so yeah, because we haven't really been killing creatures like that. Alright, let's go turn the quest in. We do have some activities we need to do. So we just dropped a lot of gold, over a third of our gold. Yeah, so speaking of, so that quest was really annoying. So what I ended up doing was going and buying Glee Contessa the recipe, and then buying the materials from the bank in order to have her. First of all, she was 2 points shy of needing to learn it, so I bought some iron, and then I bought the things needed to make it, and then I went and sold one to the neutral auction house, and then I went on my wife's account and purchased on one of her Horde characters, and then mailed that. I could have just gone in person, but I did it right before I logged last night. So I mailed from Glee Contessa, I mailed to my Alliance character, but we're going to basically have to repeat this process in real time. We're going to need someone. On the Alliance, it'll be okay. I can ahead of time, like when I know we're getting close to that zone. Basically, I'll have to end up doing the same thing, where I will purchase and sell those swords from Glee Contessa, and then mail them over. Well, actually, Glee Contessa doesn't have to mail. She can just make her own. Alright, here's our Alliance relations. Hey guys, we've been killing the Burning Blade.
You have returned from Desolace more than successful, adventurer. Thank you. Thank you for your efforts, your time, and your understanding to my plea. Thrall understands and desires peace between the Horde and Alliance, and by taking measures to ensure our appearance is acceptable, we will not provoke any further threats of unnecessary violence. I am indebted to you.
So this is more of a DPS cape. It gives us a smidge more armor, and we lose healing potential because of it. But I will take it. So this is what I would call a side grade for sure. It's a nice long blue cape, though. I like that. Alright, so that's the first one done. Let's check that off on the database. Yeah, I got a lot of quests done yesterday working on the chain for that. So we just did Alliance Relations 4. Check that bad boy off the books. Broken Tears we have not done because that's when we do the Magrum line. So that one is waiting. We did finish Scepter of Light. Magrum Alliance we're not doing yet. So we did this. Gizmo for Warag, that's the Magrum line. We did that. We just didn't check it off. Did that. So we are right now still working on some of these. Kanshaka is the other line. We're going to get Ongeku and Kanjen coming up is what we need. So that's where we're traveling. These two are done, I believe. And then those are done. Yeah, so we're actually super, super close to finishing. We'll look on the maps. But we are... So what we need to do now is we need to go get Ongeku. I guess while we're here, we can look and see, without having to wait, what the price is for that advanced target dummy. If it's not that bad, it's just like maybe a couple gold, 2-3 gold in that ballpark, I'll buy one. Just so I can have instant, and we'll just stick that in the bag. We gotta sell some of our stuff. For sure. And then we need to go over to the Swamp of Sorrows right now. For the Ongeku. I think we've been... Yeah, we have been there because of traveling for Thousand Needles. But then, yeah, we're super, super getting close to finishing this line, and I like that a lot. Alright, so here's my auction house. We're gonna just check out his trash. Ahaha. He probably did that himself. The way that guy is. Alright, so we're gonna look for advanced target dummy. Is I believe what it's called. Okay. Right, is it called target dummy? Or just maybe it's called dummy? Alright, it's gotta be called something else. So the quest is called Gizmo for Warug. Or else there's none available. Yeah, it is advanced target dummy. Says it right there. So, so none for sale. That means that I should just wait and we'll just send. I'll do that today off camera. I'll make sure I pop over there and I mail that to this character. So we will not be able to progress that quest line today, but we have plenty. It's not going to get to that point. Because before we even need that quest, we have to reconvert everything on the rep side so that we're on working as a faction with them. Alright, so we're 40. I kind of think maybe by the time we finish all this stuff, it wouldn't be crazy to think that we got to level 41. I think that's about where I was. Alright, so if you look at where we're going to go to Ongeku in Swamp of Sorrows, I actually think it will be better for us to go from Gromgal. So let's take the Gromgal Zeppelin. It'll be a shorter flight. We do also need to go to Hratha Highlands at some point, because we can turn in the Crystal in the Mountains quest line. And we also have dungeons to work on. So at some point we're going to want to do that as well. So notice I'm making a daytime record. Yesterday I said I thought I was going to have to work today. I didn't know how that was going to shake out. And yeah, yesterday at around 3 o'clock, we got an email saying, hey guys, everyone's coming to work tomorrow. And I had kind of expected that. So I was like, that's fine. We'll do that. It is what it is. I mean, I was going to have to work anyway. And then last night at like 9:30, they were like, nah, never mind. Everyone just no work tomorrow. So here I am. And yesterday it was great for me because I have, I was able to get like a lot. I was able to do maybe 13 or so quests. And I would have had time to do more if I didn't get stuck doing those swords. There's Undercity, but I'd still rather wait for this Zeppelin on this side. And it also helps us because if I had to work today, we wouldn't have gotten to record today. Because yes, it is my sister's birthday, and we are going to end up going out, and she wants to go to... There's a town we like to go. Sometimes it's a nice little hip kind of string of restaurants and bars on the ocean, and it's the downside is it's like a solid 45-minute, almost an hour drive away from me. So when I go drive an hour away to go bar hopping, it can be a pain in the tuchus sometimes. So that's the trade-off. It is a fun spot to go, but we're going to have to drive and hoof it. But anyway, there was going to be no time for a record, and now that there's no work, I can wake up and get my record on early in the day. Oh my god. So there's that element. Now there is one thing I'm disappointed on, and maybe it will get fixed, because there's a certain way that YouTube sort of either cycles through its algorithm or cycles through its verified and uploaded users. But we are only 3 days away from the end of the month, from old GleeCon's birthday. My goal was to hit like a certified paid account by then with my 1,000 subs, and it was we've gained nothing yesterday, so we're still, with 3 days to go, we are needing 11 subs. That is not that much. I still have hope that we can do it, and we shall see how it goes. And it might just be like a sync thing. Sometimes it'll happen where it'll look like for a day or two I'm not getting anything, and then I'll burst and I'll get like, 5 to 10 subs in a day, which that just goes to show you how much room we have to grow. Oh, this guy's in my guild. That's why they greeted me. But it used to be, my first year, it used to be if I got a sub, I'd be like, I got a subscriber. Like every single one was a cherished. I'd be 1 point higher and I'd be so happy. But that's what happens when you're getting 20 or 30 over the course of an entire year. Then year 2, it was more like I'd be averaging about 1 a day. So that every now and then maybe one wouldn't happen, but then I would get one, and still you're like, oh, I got one, and it would be this slow climb. And this year it kind of was upped a little bit, and over the past couple months it's really spiked since I've tweaked the format, and now I've been averaging somewhere in the ballpark of 4 or 5 a day. But this week, of course, as I get close, it's slowed down, and I wonder if part of me is like, is YouTube trying to slow me down right when I'm about to hit that monetization barrier? I don't know. But you guys are awesome, and I know whether it happens or not in the next few days, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be cool. All right, so we're gonna fly now from here to Swamp of Sorrows to get Ongeku, and then we could, because I don't really know what else we need. We also actually we need to go. I'm glad I looked at this. We got to do hunting in Stranglethorn first. That was another thing we had to do. Okay, so we're gonna go up to Nessingwary and do that, and then fly to Swamp of Sorrows, fly to Stonard. Yeah, as far as Dustwallow goes, I still have a lot of time. There's a lot of quests, because the quest chain I've been doing the Missing Diplomat chain. So I'm not anywhere close to finishing Dustwallow March on my run through, but then I will finally be doing Stranglethorn Vale after that, which is the final zone we will have started. So I'm almost caught up to where it's like, hey, now I'm gonna really be doing things I've not 100% of the time that I haven't done before. Now on this character, yeah, we've got to do Razorfen Downs soon, right? That's the one we haven't done, yeah. So maybe tomorrow might be a day where I'm like, you know what, let's take a break and do Razorfen Downs. Or I might just say, let's push. It's going to really depend on probably what happens today and how hard. We're most likely going to get our first attempt at doing Khan Hratha today, and how hard is completing that Khan Hratha line. I want to complete every other element of all the quests, and to where we're just down to Khan Hratha. And in a perfect world, we're going to start the grind today on, gotta remember to do that when we do Swamp of Sorrows. But yeah, we're gonna start the grind today for switching over from being a Gelkas ally to a Magrum ally and having everything else in the zone done. That's the goal, and I might want to save the dungeons because the lower level that I'm grinding out the Magrum, that's the lower level that we can, more likely that we can get XP. Sit, shaman. Soon enough you'll strike back into the jungle.
Ah, this horn belongs to a Tauren, Rune Wildmane. He and I had a good time hunting the beasts of Desolace. So Rune is inviting me back, is he? We're neck deep in the jungle right now, but thank you, adventurer. Perhaps my next expedition will take me back to Desolace, the land of the centaurs.
Okay, so again, just a breadcrumb. They really want you to come out and quest here, and I understand why, because this is probably one of the most fun zones to quest in. I love doing Stranglethorn. I love it in Cataclysm, Retail. I love it even more in Classic. I think this is one of the zones where simplifying the game actually made the zone a little bit less magical. There's a few, and typically it's my favorite zones to quest in that I feel that way. If I was already like ambivalent towards you, well then sure, give it an overhaul. Like Stone Talon Mountains, meh, but new Stone Talon Mountains, yeah, I can get behind that. Oh yeah, I need some leather. Let's get some of that. For sure, let's, I'm down on that. And when we go, that's another thing. When we go here, we're going to be finally getting leather again. Because Desolace has not been kind to us in that area, and it's not going to be. Even though there are plenty of animals out there. But, like Duskwood, I don't feel like it improved with Cataclysm. But I also love Duskwood. This area, I don't feel like it improved. I feel like Elwyn Forest, meh, I'm neutral on the changes. But I also did like it before, So, there's just little things like that, whereas like Stone Talon Mountains, sure. Change it up. What are some other ones where I'm like, meh. The Barrens, I'm neutral. Some of them I'm neutral on, like I feel, yeah, like I said, Elwyn Forest. But yeah, the ones that I don't like. Badlands, yeah, change that bad boy up. I don't care. Or ones where like all the questing turns into
where would you like to fly to?
Stunnard. Like elites, like Arathi Highlands is like majority we're gonna be grinding out and fighting elites, which I hate. It's just really, I don't hate it, it's just super slow. But we're doing pretty good. Like my characters are only 48. That just also goes to show you how much we're catching. There was this huge gap and now we're 40. And actually, what do we have to do? Do we have any content at 40 for class quests for... No, we're not there with the Paladin, so I'm not going to do the review of the levels yet. But as a shaman, no, we don't have anything until 50. It's kind of how it is on my other one where I'm doing Druid. It's like there's just not a lot to do. But we will, now that we're at 40, there are, what is there? Well, when we hit 40, we'll have this single quest that we'll do on camera, getting our mount, which is cool. But actually, 40 doesn't seem to have anything, really. No shaman. There are some warlock quests, so we will have to come and learn whatever, the Fellsteed, which we can do that with our Paladin. That's it. So we have the two that get mounts. That's the only ones where 40 is coming into play. And then after that, it looks like maybe 50 is going to be a big watershed moment where we cover some of these other quests. Yep, 50, 50. Everything seems to have a 50 quest line. Yep. 52. So hunters and druids are 52. Everybody else is 50. Now, how do we cover that? How do I do it? I don't know. Like when I do 50 Magecraft, these I'm kind of interested to know how tough they're going to be. I just hate that. Like, if you're level 58 and I'm doing a 58, I'm not worried, because at worst, I'm going to be fighting mobs that are level 50, or I'm going to be doing dungeons for level 60s. I meant to say level 60. I'm looking for 4 elite friend to help me complete the 3 Test of Skulls quest line. I think Test of Skulls is like pretty sure that's a higher level one. We're not there yet. Although I'm happy we're level 40. That's super cool. We are at a new tier. I love that we're wearing mail now. Gotta sell some of this. I'm tempted to switch over to the mail. It will really help on that armor, but I want to stick with stat upgrades above all else. But I will say this, I'm going to exclusively go with mail from this point forward. So, which does make me feel like, should I just switch to the mail? No. I'm going to say that this one was grandfathered in. I'm not going to take a stat drop, even though this is strength, agility, stam. And I'm trying to keep this character a little bit more balanced, which is how you get yourself into a jack of all trades, you know, but master of none situation, which is not typically the best way to game. Min-maxing often receives better results. Right, let's sell some of what we have, so I'm not even tempted anymore. And then we're going to go get Ongeku. So this area is interesting. I love the Swamp of Sorrows. This is an example of a zone. See, this is scale bracers. We got to sell that. We have a lot of scrolls right now, which is part of... We do have to fish. I'm gonna wait. I mean, we could fish in Desolace. We can fish here, though. Because now that we're 40... Oh, dang it. We're behind on fishing with this character. We should be at 200. So, can I fish right in the swamp, or is it too shallow? If we can, then we're just going to fish right here. We can, okay, but first I want to also put my night crawlers on. We have some night crawlers. Let's just get some of the fishing done. We might as well bust it out. We need 10 points of fishing. So, not as fun as it could be. But this is what happens when we grow together, we learn together, we do it all together. So getting up to 200 fishing is nice. This is going to get us to close to the see the fish, a bristle whisker catfish. That doesn't do anything for me. We have these nice recipes. Let's see how much it is. Mithril head trout, though, that's a good cooking booster. Okay, so 2 so far. So we're going to see, my guess is it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 casts per, which means we need about 50 casts. Okay, so that's 3. But the good thing is every mithril-head trout is basically a point of cooking. Yellow, so it's not exactly, that's good, 3 in a row. So it's nice to fish here. This is actually a good spot, even though we got a catfish to start. Okay, this will be our 5th cast, and this is where we can start calculating some math here. You know me, I love that. It'll be able to predict what our time is going to be on this fishing experience. This one's bringing us down to the wire. That was under the 5-second mark. Oh no. 5 still... So that means this is going to be our 6th cast. Okay, so 6 did it for us. So if it's 6, we know it's a 30-second cast, but that one took it down actually 26-27. That was lame, that last one. But let's say somewhere in the range of 15 seconds. Put it at 16 seconds. Because we might be a second slow on the click. So put it in the range of 16 seconds. At 6 times 10 levels is 60 levels. 60 levels at 16 seconds each. One could even make the argument you lose a second moving over there too, but I think in the time it takes us to click and cast is only a second. But that's the problem right there, is if I'm not quite ready. Okay, so what did I say? 16 seconds times 60 casts. That's going to be 160 times 6, 607, 960. So 960 seconds. So 600 seconds is 10 minutes. So we're basically at... Oh, I guess that makes sense with 60 casts. I should have just done a factor of 60. Duh, that'd be 16 minutes. Because that's where we're at. So this is going to be a 15 to 16 minute now. I don't remember when we started that, but... Oh, yeah, we can look. We've been doing it for 8 minutes so far. Or no, is it 10 minutes per bed? Per thing? That doesn't feel right. Yeah, 10 minutes. Okay. So we'll be able to see, based on the application there, how close I am, but my guess is this is going to be in the ballpark of 15, 16 minutes. How were we there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was only 5, which is... So that really will shrink us, because if we're really 5.5... That's what we're averaging right now, 5.5. We might have just had bad luck on the first one. So if it's 5.5, that's really 55. That takes 5 off. 5 at 16 seconds is 80 seconds. So that shaves a minute, minute and a half off, minute 20. So that means, yeah, right down closer to 15, 14 in that ballpark. And I suspect it might actually be closer to the 5 mark. And there's an RNG element as well. With 60 casts, we remove some of that because of the law of large numbers. But 60 is not that large of a number. It's certainly a lot larger than, say, 5 or 10. It will help us because there's an almost exponential shape to the curve in the law of large numbers. So it very quickly improves in the beginning. But it takes truly large numbers, 1,000 or whatever, to start approaching like a flat experiential curve for what people are getting when they do that. Sorry to get deep math on you, and it's not that deep, but what I'm into. All right, so that was another 5er. Okay, so that's good. So now we're at about 5.3 seconds. We're trending more, like I said, towards that average of around 5, which is what I think. Now, what we need is a 4 caster, because we're at 193. What we need is a time when it took us only 4 casts. That can really drop our average down to a flat 5. That would be cool. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so the storm has essentially passed. It was very devastating for certain parts of the country, and it's still rocking other parts, but we were always going to be a fringe, just getting hit with the outer bands. So I wouldn't have been surprised if we never closed operations in the city. And it doesn't fully blow me away that we did. That's what happens when you live in the hurricane belt of the United States. You know, you experience just part of life. I guess it's, you know, we deal with this and which comes with some other things. There's sometimes you have flash flooding. There's tornadoes, water spouts, hail. But other countries experience other things. We don't typically experience much drought, which is, you know, something they have out west. We don't experience the difficulties of blizzards or nor'easters or having to deal with how does ice affect my life? Do I have to prep my pipes or anything like that? However, people will literally die if AC becomes an issue. All right, so that was another 5er, trending us down. So we're at 5.25 average, just because of that first cast screwed us up. We're almost halfway done. We have 4 of our 10 points that we need. Now, from a lore perspective, I like this zone a lot. Swamp of Sorrows, this is one of the cooler zones. It's one that received a humongous overhaul in Cataclysm, but I actually still like it. It's kind of neat because it really focuses on this land being the battlefield between the orcs and the humans. So I like that, because you'd think that should be part of the story, whereas here it's just, look at that Lua arrow just from hovering over the friends, see? Hover over the friends, it's triggering that Lua error. So it says it's LVY that's interacting poorly with the reputation bars. That was a quick cast. So we're at 4 again. It's a best case scenario. This one will level us up. And it did not, so I had a feeling about this one. So this is going to skew our average back up with being another 6er. So this is going to be like a 5.4. Yeah, so we're halfway done now. So we're averaging about 5.4 because we never got any 4s. We got 3 5s, 2 6s. We're halfway done. We're at 195. We should have been. I guess we should have leveled up before. It's okay though. I mean, this is all finite. Eventually there will come a point where we get to stop fishing, which is awesome. That's going to be great, right? We have only 1 minute left on our caster. I'm going to see, can we be okay fishing without it? Can we have 100% cast rate here in Swamp of Sorrows, even with a fishing pole that is, you know, we get a +5 to fishing from our pole. So say with around a 200 fishing, is that going to get you? Because the tiers go in ranks of 5. I would hope so. It's possible. That's basically saying, hey, if you're level 40, come into the Swamp of Sorrows, fish, be merry. You're welcome here. I don't know if it's going to really hold in that sense. Alright, so we're not hitting another 4. I keep hoping we're going to hit one of these balancing 4s, but it doesn't seem like that's in the cards for us. That means 5 to 6 is going to be our final package there. Alright, so after this cast, we're going to... Alright, our bobber just ran out. Our lure, our bait, just ran out the second that we... Right before we picked that one up. So if I get even a single your fish got away, we're reapplying another one of our night crawlers. It also goes to show you that 10 minutes of a night crawler, that's about 1 level up. Alright, so good. We just hit 56. 1, 2, 3. But that was another 6er. So now we're really averaging 5.5. And that's probably, as we've hit these larger numbers, that's probably where we're at. Like, that's probably an accurate representation. My fish got away. So we're not doing it. I don't want my fish getting away. Because every single time that happens, that's 16 or whatever seconds wasted. Alright, so the other cool thing about this is, yes, this is where the original kind of Dark Portal was, right? This is one of the first lands. It's actually the Blasted Lands. This is where the Dark Portal was, and the orcs streamed forth out of it. But some of the first incursions when we read the books, when we played Orcs and Humans, were in the Swamp of Sorrows. The first levels are in the swamp. So this is where you experience the orcs for the first time. They went through the portal, there were some Blasted Lands because of it, and then they immediately made their way into this swampy land, and they met some scattered resistance from the Alliance. There's just not a lot there. They have Netherguard Keep down here, but that wasn't even built at that time. So, because of the proximity to the portal, means this is a land that has very close proximity to Outland, compared to some of the other places that we go. Which is why you see here and here on the map, and we'll experience when we do this zone, there are pockets of Outland influence. Now, the game doesn't really get too deep into what does Outland's influence look like. Now, in this, it looks like, because there are not, first of all, Draenei aren't really a thing yet. They don't have character models built for them. What you do have is a discussion of the Eridar. Because when we just did the Corrupted One quest, the Warlock said, this language, this demon language, is like the Eridar language. So they've experienced the Eridar, and we know they've been fighting with the Eridar since the War of the Ancients. So they know of this race, the Eridar. The Eridar are what the Draenei are. We just don't encounter them. All right, so that was another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was another 6er. So now we're skewing. We needed 5 to balance out, but there's no chance. There's no mathematical chance that we skew at 5. It's going to be over 5. But we're down to 3. My guess was around 15 minutes. 16 minutes, and we're right now at about 13 with working on our final 3. We did lose about 20 to 30 seconds from me having to reapply the lore and missing one of the fish. So that might take us up to 17 instead of 16 minutes. But we'll see. Also, but the reason why I'm paying attention to that is because that will help us next time we do this to kind of balance my equation. Should I be saying 17 seconds? Am I a little slower than 1 second sometimes in the click and recast, since I don't use like a weak or a macro kind of thing? But yeah, so they don't have those Eridar character models here ready to go, but we do have little elements where we deal with the Dranathist crystals. So the crystals have somehow come through, even though the Draenei have not landed yet. Okay, we got a 5er on that one, and we're down to our final 2 points. So probably we're going to need 11 casts more to go. So a little bit more than a minute, which does put us right about where I was projecting, even with that blunder. The other thing is you have the Broken. You do actually you encounter them at various spots in the game. This is not the only zone, but this is, I think, the first time we're going to fight them. And the Broken is a character model they keep even in the Burning Crusade. But these are a form of... They're a creature from the Outland. I believe they're a corrupted form of the Eridar, because the Outland has had the Draenei on it for some time, so they're kind of like a tainted, corrupted version of the Eridar. And why did they spill forward? So that's something that's interesting, the fact that they made their way out as well. But we have to understand, who are they? Why are they here? We know they're tied to the Outland. They're not of this world. We're on our final point. That was another 5er, bringing our average back down closer to that 5.5. So that's another reason why in Classic here this is a very cool zone, because you start to have that connection. And the Draenei are Eridar. They're just non-demon corrupted Eridar. And the name Draenei literally translates to something like refugee or exile or something like that. Traveler. I can't remember. It says it in Chronicles, which I am looking forward to reading Chronicles more with you guys also. So I think we'll have the opportunity to do some more of that as we go forward, because at this rate we're going to get some catch-up time needed. You know, we're going to get some time where we have to go and work on. All right, so we hit 16 minutes right now and counting. Like I said, it might be closer to 17 because of 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 to 2 more casts needed. So I was right. There you go. It was 1 cast. We hit our 200. All right, we're done. So I was pretty much spot on. Not to toot my own horn, but within a matter of a few seconds, we were exactly what I predicted. I just touched the shifting mire by coming out of the back there. Alright, so actually I want to cook those fish and then dump them. I don't want any of this stuff in my inventory. So let's find a fire. There's fire inside. Cook on that probably. This is where you want to be for alchemy, for those of you that are alchemists. 38 mithril head trout we can cook. I have no other meat that matters right now. Oh, if I have a hot spice, I can cook that one carrion surprise. Okay, we'll see how we get. Do I have any recipes in my bag for cooking? I don't see any recipes of any kind. That's okay. Do I have the ability to cook white spider meat yet? Spider sausage. Yes, I do. So that's the only one that you can learn from Trainer. Up in the 200s. Everything else is recipes at this point. Luckily, we still have these tender wolf steaks. That'll get us there. This is good. This is good leveling up. Now, when will mithril-headed trout stop us? I don't know, but this was worth it to come do this here because this is going to end up pushing us into that next tier of where can we fish and cook kind of deal. 45. So if we hit 45, that maybe that'll be good. That might turn some of these gray. We're going to find out. And we're going to just sell all these. Okay, we're at 45. They're not gray. So that means we get to push these these recipes will allow us to go into the 50s, which is awesome. Once we're at 250, you're essentially a cook of as though you were level 50. And now we can eat our clamlet surprise when we get to that point too. That's great. We're high enough level now that we're 40. We can eat clamlet surprise. That's cool. Alright, 48 is there. I don't want to get to 50 because then I would know if some of these other ones. We're at 49. Can we do it? One more. Didn't do it, but if I can get a general... If I can get a hot spice. And that's an arcane goods vendor. There might be... That's food and drink. There might be like a... I can buy an Ankh while I'm here since I'm one below my 5 stack that I want to have. Okay, so he didn't have it, but is there a trader? Is there a Trader Joe's here? Maybe. Maybe it's in here. But one single hot spice would be cool. That's a Demon Master and a Master Alchemist. So this is why these people don't like this Maghar line, because it's like, one, I can go travel to the Swamp of Sorrows. 2, I can buy an item that costs multiple gold. Most of the time people are like, just drop that quest, man. Just drop it. If you're not a completionist like myself, you're just gonna have to drop it. Now, if you are a completionist, I would say it benefits to at least do what we're doing. Alchemy supplies. Oh, there's trade goods. What up, my man?
Strength and honor.
Okay, there's a hot spice. Hot spice, hot spice. And we already know carrion surprise. Spiced chili crab. That's actually a good one. Because that will let us take the tender crab meat and the hot spices. Ooh, look, and that's a good one. Alright, I actually have some carrion surprise, so we're going to keep that going. Didn't level up in that one, and that's kind of weird when they give us that.
If we are to make these new lands ours, then we must have places to rest our battle-weary bodies. Lay your axe by the fire and share the stories of your mighty battles.
Okay, I will do exactly that. Alright, so that's good for us now. Alrighty. Now we're going to actually go out and do the mission. Now that we are much improved on the cooking front, we're almost 250, and much improved on the fishing front, so now we're going to work our way out here to get this Dranfest shard. We're not actually going to quest out here, but just Spice chili crab. Oh, that's just a well-fed buff. Okay. Not a clamlet surprise scenario. There is one of these recipes. Oh, it's dragon breath chili that allows you to... Got a crick in my neck. Dragon breath chili will let you breathe fire. It's kind of neat. We'll be able to start getting trinkets soon. So we're level 40 now with this character. Another thing that will happen at level 40, or once we finish Desolace and the surrounding dungeons, is we'll go work on getting our first trinket, which will be on our Alliance Toon. Lee Contessa, she'll get to do the quest line where we go after the amber fluid or whatever it's called. Alright, let's get this going. Fight this guy. Why not? I'm really fighting it because I know that we're going to be able to get some leather. Look, there's a little lost one. So we need to go up here. We need the Dranithist shard. Ooh, we got to take leather from that guy. Alright, so we're going to fight our way in. That's not... I think you get the Dranithist shard from an actual dude. I don't remember which one. Let's see if these guys run. You just got to be careful. I didn't have to use that, but... It says it's over here. There is also an escort quest you can do if you really, really want it to be. These lost ones kind of blend in. This is a lost one muck dweller. I think there's a dude over here. One of these guys is called something. You gotta be careful because, one, it was like, do I want to get hit by the plague cloud or do I want to let this guy run? But he's running in a way in which I don't care. Oh gosh, why can't I hit him? Alright, so. I'm skirting the area. I want to find out where's the guy I need. It is found on a guy named Ongeku. Which one is Ongeku? I don't think he's really limited to just being at that little campground. I think he can be over here too. Yeah, let's go after them. Okay, I'm fighting two here. Dang it. This is how you die. Because now they will pull. Oh my gosh. They're gonna pull. See, we pulled the whole freaking camp. So that was a bad sitch for me. I had to use it. Oh, we can get this guy. Okay, let's eat one of these to get our spirit up. But I didn't see the Ongeku guy. And we pulled a few Rift Seekers. The Rift Seekers are not hard. It's also possible that the Ongeku is killed. But I'm not going to say no to the XP as we try and fight our way in here. And that's what happens. You've got to be really careful that you don't allow them to run. Super duper important. And this one is... Okay. Really important. No running allowed. Okay, where will he go? He's not. He's running away from his allies, so good on us. Ah, gosh. Okay, so here's another imp. is a Rift Seeker. They can do something too. They also have this like Rift spell. You do not want to get hit by it. Okay. Now, Ongeku, where are you? There's another quest to get these crystals. Okay, here's a hunter. Let's go kill this dude. Really trying to find Ongeku here. I think it's just one of these examples where Questy's a little misleading, where it's not necessarily as black and white as it looks. So we'll just heal our way. I'm gonna need to reapply my Wind Fury weapon in a second. Literally a second. Yeah, I think just Questy's a liar here. Little jerk. Okay, now I'm really low on mana. Okay. So, where's Ongeku? We need... drink. We need juice. Okay, so the moonberry juice is good. We can drink some of our nectar. I guess we're going to have to drink it. And meanwhile, I've got to find where he is. So I don't see him. We could also target. See if he's around here anywhere. See, he's here somewhere. There he is. Okay, so as you can see, he wasn't exactly where it said he was going to be. So we have to make our way over to this other camp instead. And that's okay. We still got to do some time fighting the broken ones. I aggroed somebody. Oh, yes, right here. Little imps I don't like that they're like so right up underneath the cheeks of their leaders that I can't hit them really. There he is. Alright, come here, Ongeku. Again, not tough. These guys aren't like individually tough. Cool, we got our Dranithus crystal. Alright, so we've turned in... Oh, I forgot to do... What did we also turn in? I actually forgot to do the Nessingwary thing. Hunting and Stranglethorn, we actually finished that. So we finished off Hunting and Stranglethorn. Let's add a few more here. Alright, so now this is a matter of going back to Orgrimmar to turn this stuff in. If you look back at Desolace, what do we have to do? Well, we have to turn in the fact that Ongeku's done. So we'll look, I guess, as we fly here. We have a little bit of time where we can kind of plan out, but that wasn't too shabby. We are almost 10% of the way up to the next level already. I think it's mostly... I mean, I know we have the Corruptor piece to kill, but it's mostly Centaur questline stuff now coming forward.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a Wind Rider.
Alright, so just looking at the map, of course there's this, which we're going to do that while we're fighting for Hratha. There is killing these two guys. One of them is easy and one of them is tougher. That's not a quest we need to worry about. And then there's Ongeku. So, if we look at my quest line here, okay, we have done that one. Magrum Alliance ties into Broken Tears, which then goes into Gizmo for Walrug. We've done that one. Done. Which would then leads us into Kanshaka, I believe. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. And then we have I don't remember. And then we have Ongeku, which is going to lead into Jehn. So we're going to have a con killing one to do. We've done all of those. And then we will do Get Me Out of Here while we're working on the first time we do Hratha. We also have the Corruptor. So that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to turn this in, and then that will give us a single con to kill, which will give us a little bit more Magrum rep, unfortunately. I think. And we'll turn that one in, and then they'll give us the final one, which is Hratha, which makes us come in here. But before we do that, then we'll go take out the Corruptor. We'll finish that quest line. It's a 40 elite, but we can solo it at level 40. I'm pretty confident in our abilities. Especially with the buffs that we have. I'm going to save these buffs as best as I can. Yeah, we got to start transitioning over to mail now. We have some mail wrists. We've got to become a mail wearer. It's going to be very helpful. I want to transition to mail wherever possible. Now, the Hratha, let's see where we're at on time. I think we're probably really good on time. Yeah, we're about an hour, so we're good. I wouldn't say really good, but we're good on time. I think we can put another solid hour into this. So what's going to really, really get our goats here is fighting Hratha. That's going to be tough. It might require some deaths. Some resurrection, all that stuff. It's going to probably require some kiting. We're going to have to get clever about how we do it. We're going to have to use all our buffs. There's no way around all that stuff. We will advertise for help as well. Because it's easier to two-man. It's totally easy to two-man. It's not as easy to one man, but we can do it. We can kind of gimmick the system up a little bit. We just have to make sure that we are ready to run and gun. And then by the time we get there again, we'll probably be level 41. And like I said, we can do... I'd like to finish it this one time on this episode today, so that tomorrow's episode could just be grinding. Now, if it's too painful, and we just bang our heads against the wall and there's nothing we can do and we're not successful, because that possibility exists, then tomorrow I'll shift and we'll do Razorfin Downs and see if we get a little bit of a gear boost, or I don't think we're going to level up from it, but maybe we get a little gear boost. What quests? Let's see where we're going to go on that. Let's look at that too. So, going over to Razorfin Downs, we'll get a Host of Evil. We already did that part. So we have the Unholy Alliance. It's actually mostly Horde related. There's only one in the Alliance that's unique. Scourge of the Downs, Host of Evil, Extinguishing the Idol. I don't remember that. So we'll have to go to Undercity to pick up. Is that what it is? An Unholy Alliance? Yeah. So the second part, an Unholy Alliance, which is... Oh, we just have to go bring the head to Varamathras. So that's going to open up, probably bring the end. Yeah. So this is just a breadcrumb quest. It's not a real thing. Then a Host of Evil. You look at the Barons. So kind of plan, a lot of planning when you do these. So there's Scourge of the Downs and Host of Evil. Well, a Host of the Evil is just kill a bunch of dudes. That's easy. Scourge of the Downs is... Oh yeah, you have to talk with him. I remember that one. Okay, so it's like an escort. It's essentially like a defend quest, not exactly an escort, but everybody has to pick it up, then you turn it in, and bring the end is fighting the final boss. So killing a bunch of mobs, kill the final boss, and then this is like pick up and end the quest. Like it's not a real, it's kind of weird. So it's not as many quests as it looks like. Razorfin Downs is not a hard dungeon. Not too shabby. Don't mind doing it. But, that being said, we're not going to gain a ton of power from doing it either. Now then, going to Scarlet Monastery, that's a whole other thing, because we want to do the whole chain. I'd like to push that as far as possible, because the Cathedral element is a level... We're already good. The final boss in the Cathedral is 42, so at level 40, we're all ready to do. What's going to get us is... Can we get an entire run going? That's going to be the kicker. Can we get someone that wants to do a full clear of Scarlet Monastery, all 4 wings? So, it's trickier because of what we have going on. Now, we'll have some quests we have to pick up on that, too, that we can kind of peek at right now. So, Voral's Revenge, I believe you get that in the actual monastery itself. Yeah, so that's like right outside, or right as you do the graveyard piece. And it actually, he actually wants you to run into Terran Mill. Now, Hearts of Zeal is just killing the dudes there. That's just a kill. You'll get that. That's an easy one. Test of Lore is to get a book from the library piece. We already are all set up. And then you answer the question. And Final Passage is, I think you go back and tell the guy. It has something to do, I believe, with finishing up the Test of Lore questline. I think you just go back to the guy. Companion of the Fallen is another library one we'll pick up. And then Into the Scarlet Monastery is to kill all of the different bosses. So that will take all 4 wings.
Show me your eye, friend of the Gelkis, Glikensol. Yes, this is the shard of which the earth whispered. I can feel the strong magic in it. I will use this magic against the enemies of the Gelkis. You have done one more task for us, Glikensol. Maybe soon we will call you friend.
So you notice we get XP, but no rep. Therefore, there's no, like, other side of the scale rep loss.
The earth speaks to me, and it says that the Magrum grow weak. Now it is time to kill their Khan. Bring me the head of Magrum Khan.
Magrum Khan Jehn? Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna do that over here. We will turn in Khan Jehn's head. I guess while we're there, after we kill him, maybe we'll come back and fight this on the way back too. We do the Corruptor, and then we can go back up here and start working on this. We'll do the Get Me Out of Here quest. So this is not that tough. Of the 2 Khans, this is the Khan that... So remember, we look at the other quest line if we really want to look at Desolace. So Broken Tears has you getting these crystals. The crystals appear in a cave. It's very hard to get them without killing Magrum. They're found in a cave at the back of the Magrum area. So very tricky to get them without killing Magrum. Then you get Gizmo for Walrug. That's nothing. That doesn't hurt us. And then Kanshaka, which I think he is deep in that cave. It's even harder. Whereas this with the killing him, he's just in a tent. So we can pull him, solo kill him, and then run off without killing his ads. That's the goal, to do a kind of a smash and grab to save us from having to kill other Magrum. That's what how I hope it's going to work. Now we're going to go after this Corruptor here. That's going to be tricky too. Oh, we're right here actually. Let's do it right now. Okay, so here's Lord Azrathok. So we have to be very careful because we want to pull him, but we cannot even entertain the idea of fighting him if other mobs get involved. And there's the other guy, his partner. So that guy is not an elite though. What you want is to pull them separately. You do not want to fight them anywhere near each other. So if we can pull him... Dang it, the dog got us, so now we're in really bad shape already, right off the bat. I don't know that we'll be able to do this because of the bad start that we had. We're just going to see how it goes. Mana's already quite low. Go ahead and drink a potion. Just see what we got going on here. Probably not, because it did not start in an ideal way. We're not buffed up at all. I mean, it's okay. It's going okay. It's not going great. Can't afford to do any of my magic. See, right there, when he wounds you, that's where things are really bad. I died. And I don't want to waste my reincarnation right now. So, that was actually pretty close, though. We used no buff add-ons, and we did die, but we started with an ad. That was a little bit painful. So if we can just try to pull that... Now we know don't even go... Now I know don't even go for it with the ad. If you get an ad. But you can peel him off and separate him. The other two guys are not elite. The Jugcar Grimrod, he's not elite. Alright, so we're going to try again. This time, I could use some buffs. Use some. I don't know exactly which ones I want to use. Now, let's see, I have that. Could give myself an extra. See, he's off by himself, which that's good. Whoops. Alright, so we're gonna eat one of these. And if I had him separate, I could drop all my totems here. So what would I want? Let's see. Harmful spell? No, that doesn't help me. Range damage doesn't help me. Yeah, so none of these actually help me in the short term. For him. Dang it. Alright, so I gotta get my mana going. And just watch him and follow his kind of pat cycle around. I want to get in a good spot with that. But we could at least drop a Searing Totem to help us out with this fight. I love that he's just sitting there. So that's perfect for us. As we wait on this to recharge. Ah, he's running off. Don't love that. Okay, so now we've got to chase him down. I don't know where he's going. But what am I at? I think 2.1 is my life. Ah, he's got himself near a demon. Dang it. I don't want to thread that needle because that's what I tried to do last time and it worked out very poorly. Okay, so maybe... And maybe I can thread this needle. I did. Okay, good. Alright, so now... Okay. Alright, so now we've hit him with some... Just hitting him with some of that just to get that going. Okay. No, that demon's padding close. Okay, good. Okay. What, did he get my stone totem? Okay. Seems like it's going okay. That was nice. Alright, so now we're in a bad sitch. Where it's gonna be tough. Can I get... Can I kite him along? He's stunned me too. Oh man. Can I kite him a little bit? Yeah. Alright. Okay, so we got that bad boy. Just a pinchy poo there. Let's eat some of this meat we have here. Okay. So that was good. You know what? Also... Okay, so we defeated the harder of the two. The other guy is really not that tough. The Warlock one, he does come with a second little puppy or whatever. But we did get Lord Azrathok. So there he is. This is what makes him hard, is that he's a level 40, just natural, but he comes with this dog. So that's what makes this guy tricky. Okay, so let's go for this guy. I'm going to pull him. I want to pull him back close to my... See, he's already almost dead. So now we've got the quest part done. Just hit me with some kind of disease. 13 mana leeched. Get rid of that. Oh no. There's a Doomwalker coming close, and the totems might aggro him. Yep, sure enough. Okay, can I survive this guy? I don't know. The Doom Warder, I mean, not Doomwalker. We'll see. Maybe I can win a war of attrition against him. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, overall, just like a zero-sum game, I'm winning, but he might outlast me. I don't think so. I think we're in good shape. The problem is that some of these things, like my Wind Fury weapon is about to expire. It just expired. My totem will expire soon. Okay. Put the Wind Fury weapon back on. Alright, so we pulled that off. We survived. Got a little leather to boot out of it. So the Corruptor's done. Let's go kill the Khan also. So if we can do that, we just soloed a 40 elite. So that's going to kind of show you, I believe, Khan Hratha, or the other guy, the Wrath of Khan guy, the final Khan. It is Khan Hratha. We're going for Khan Jehn right now. Khan Hratha, I think, is a 42 elite. A little trickier. Alright, so we're going to thread the needle here between all these guys. What is that? A roach. We're also technically, now that we're 40, we could get him out. But as you can see, we're not even close to monetarily being there yet. Alright, so we need to find Khan. And again, we want to kill as... I think he's in this cave. We need to kill as few of them as possible. So that... like, you can get there. He's in the back of this... There he is. Okay. So... we can do like a smash and grab on that guy. Just gonna stand here for a minute and meditate. We don't have enough juice for me to want to use it. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull him out and fight him, because we're gonna see. If it's too hard, we'll just do it like a regular, normal quest, and we'll kill a couple and just know that on the back end we're gonna have to make up for that. Nice if we get like Hex or something. I do want to be as up to max stats as possible. And what I'll do also is I'll set up some totems right here. So we can set this one up right now. We'll try to pull him back into a strength type of position. Alright. Okay, so we need to go in there and pull this guy. So that guy... shouldn't have hit him with another one that fast. I don't want to use my lightning shield because I don't want to accidentally kill these other dudes. Okay, we got his head. Now we need to bounce. I hope I can do it without having to use a potion. I had to use that potion. We did get out of there. I guess I didn't have to because that was their last hit, but I got too scared. Alright, so that does open up an inventory spot for me, though. And I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think I have some better potions anyway. Alright, so we did kill him. That did cost us... He's a little bit more than a regular mob, so 25. So we lost another 125. So that 125 is sort of kind of like a... It's going to mess with us a little bit because it's not even 6 guys. Really, that one kill is tacking on another 7 or so kills that we had to do. But that's as easy as it can get. I mean, that's not easy. That's as this minimal rep damage as you can do. Now we should be good. Our Gelkis clan is locked. You could actually do the equation right now. We need, just to get back to unfriendly. Which unfriendly, I believe, is a neutral to friendly is 3,000, and I think hostile to unfriendly, that's 3,000 also. So that's 6,000 plus we need 625. So 6,625 at 20 rep a pop. So that just gets you an idea of what we're in for. So every 5 is 100, every 50 is 1,000. So the fact that we need 6,000 means we need to kill 300 plus 30 would give me the 300 more. 5, 10, 15 plus 4, 19. So 319. Oh, I forgot the other 50. So about 369. So we're going to need 369 kills to get back to friendly with the Magrum. So that is an episode we'll be doing probably tomorrow. Depending on how Hratha goes right now. That's tomorrow's episode. Oh, I forgot to mark. Oh, I don't mark that we did Ongeku, but I do have to at least mark that, like, we did it. Oops. So we did do Ongeku. And then we picked up Jehn. Not Shaka Khan, Jehn. And we're going to turn that one in right now, too. That Deep Strider Searcher's coming after us. I got too close to him, but I was off camera. Those are the guys that you kill. Those are not for loot. They're only for that one quest.
Show me you are a friend of the Gelkis, Glikenzol. Jehn was strong, but stupid. He thought his own strength was great. He did not see that earth magic is stronger. The Magrum Centaur will now fall without their leader, and the Gelkis will one day rule.
Okay. Cool. Hratha.
Glikenzol, you helped us against the Magrum. Now help us beat the Moradin. Kill the head of their clan, Hratha. To face him, blow the Moradin Warhorn. It is atop a high bluff in the Valley of Spears. To face and blow, to blow the horn, you must gain a war horn mouthpiece. These are rare, carried only by trusted marauding centaur. After the horn is blown, centaur will come, kill them until Hratha appears. Hratha holds the piece of a key. Bring it to me.
Alright, so this is so this is good because this won't affect our rep. We have now Hratha that we picked up the first version, because you can do this exact same quest. This is one of the times when I wish that it's cool from a completionist perspective that you can do this, but I wish you could seal off one line and our hands would be tied and you could only do one or the other. And here's the reason why, because it makes no sense. We are going to mathematically, I just think that they didn't anticipate very many people, if any, would be doing both lines. But for total OCD completionists out there like me, you have to, because the quest is still in existence. And if you don't do it, you'll have that quest line available, but it culminates with killing Hratha again, because it's a unique quest. So you have to kill the same guy 2 times, and that is weird. That's an asynchronous thing. That's one of the things I like about Cataclysm. You come out here and you do a quest line that actually has you interacting with both tribes, and at the end of it, by completing it, you max out your rep. It gives you max rep with both. So you don't have to do what we're doing now. It's different. Alright, but we're going to go kill or turn in the Corruptor, the final Corruptor piece right now. Which that's the Corruptor part 5, and that's the final one in this zone for, like, just difficulty in terms of... What are we doing here? Wait a minute, where am I? I didn't go far enough. I was going to say that bird's going to aggro on. Alright, so yeah, and we are almost at 20% of the way, so we're making good progress. Really, what's going to happen is that grind, when we're killing those almost 700 centaur, that is going to be a grind that gets us pretty far. And I would like to do that here at level 40, so we maximize our rep from the grind. This is one of the few times where I'm like, I actually think I would prefer to not mix in. Unlike when we did 1,000 Needles, I prefer not to mix it in. Like, by mix it in, I mean mix in our dungeons. Like, it's actually going to be more beneficial for us to save them for the end. Especially when we're going to be running the Scarlet Monastery. Whole 4-pack at the end.
A mighty victory for us all, adventurer.
Yeah.
Let us rejoice in your
Now,
success.
dang it.
I trust now that our future here is not as bleak as I once thought. The demons will be slain, the burning blade will fail in their efforts, and we may one day have a place we can safely call home again.
Alright, so this is a 963 with 10 stats. So this is, and what's the block? So the armor is way higher on this one, but the stats are way more balanced on this one. I like that. Now these pauldrons, we would lose 2 stats overall, but we would gain all of the armor. I think I'd rather have that. So we're going to gain strength and stamina, so we're making ourselves more of a warrior, but more importantly, we're shifting over to mail. So because it's not too much of a downgrade, this is going to happen to us sometimes here and there, where the shift to mail is maybe in the short term going to make us lose a little bit of stats, especially because that one that's such a maxed out one. But I want it. We're gonna do it because I want another reason. I'm looking forward to that armor. Like I mean, to that battle against Hratha that we're about to do. So I will put in general. Now it's a little early in the day, so it's a little harder to find groups right now. Right now what I'm going to do is put in the general area, because I don't want to start recruiting on a big scale until we do until I have the mouthpiece, and I would like to do Get Me Out of Here, take care of that right now. So we're actually going to methodically fight our way in to the Marauding area, all the way up to the escort, Get Me Out of Here, because it's kind of tricky. It's not the easiest escort quest. I have failed it. I have failed this quest. I have. I don't remember where we go in here. I think we're too far to the north now. Maybe messed it up. There's like an entrance area. And now I'm like 99% sure I screwed that up. But it's whatever. We need to open up that part of the map. Part of our shoot. Okay, so I did mess it up, and it doesn't even look like I could open up that part of the map. We maybe have to come in from down there. Probably right there. But yeah, I'll promote it in the guild chat. Now, if we die... So, here's the thing, too. This quest is... when you summon the guy, he will stay there and not despawn for a while. Like 5 to 10 minutes. Even if you die multiple times. So you have basically... the opportunity to die. You could probably afford at least 2 deaths on him. And have time to res and run back, res and run back. We don't, obviously, we don't want to do that. That wouldn't be ideal. I also think the mouthpiece can drop more than once. So that's another piece of what we're about to do. Alright, so like I said, we're going to methodically fight our way in. One, because these guys can all drop the mouthpiece. But 2, because when we do the escort on the way back out, it would be nice to have as little opposition as possible. I will eat another Goblin Double Clam here when I need to. Hour and 10 minute EG. That just seems like a long time. Still going. Ultrac Valley. It's been too long since I've done that level. See, these guys are a little bit tough too. 38 now. Again, we're 40. We just have to be careful about them running. That can make our life miserable. Okay. This guy will aggro as well, so we want to get him. Alright, so what we're going to do is make our way in this little canyon here. Okay, I think it's time to increase our spirit. The problem is that even fighting our way into the escort, these guys are going to start to respawn by the time we get there. That's an issue for us. But we're so close to finishing this zone. But here's another part where we're going to get XP. One, this quest is just worth good XP. As soon as I get the horn, I'm going to start broadcasting for help. Because if we can 2-man this quest, that'd be great. It's possible we could solo it. It really all depends on, you know, on us as characters. What do we have? Like, it might be better to do the stone skin. The problem, I think, with this boss is he hits so freaking hard in melee. So you really need to, like, kite him. When we get to the boss. The other problem is that has big packs of dudes. So maybe with like Earthbind Totem, try kiting him, and I drop like a Searing Totem and just pepper him around and save Frost Shock and stuff like that. I don't know exactly. Because going toe to toe is going to be very hard. He has a very strong, or maybe it's that. Maybe he has an unarmed, a disarm. That might be part of it actually, which is going to hurt us. They resisted, dang it. Okay, and we have to save like a lot of our juices and stuff because we're gonna need, our downtime has to be very small when we fight his waves of dudes. Again, we are gonna also buff up to the extreme when we get there. And I'm not gonna start recruiting until, I mean, I could maybe start recruiting at least after I do this escort quest. I'll become a little bit aggressive because we'll just kill these guys and hopefully get the mouthpiece. Okay. All right, so he's on the other side of that tent right there, so you kind of just have to make your way into the tent. Kind of want our downtime to not be super huge right now either, because I don't want these guys to respawn after I've just cleared them all out. So I probably will drink some. They're running, yeah. Okay. So bad luck on that one. Those are leather wristbands. We are on mail now, so. Okay, let's see if I can get him. Okay, so need this. Get this guy too. I have a feeling he's gonna. See, now my mana's low, and I need to get Frost Shock up. We need the mana for that because we don't want this guy running. Great. Now there's probably a dude in that tent, and now we're netted too. So 5 seconds of netting is lame. Nice. Come on, come on. This is terrible. Are you kidding me? This is absolutely ferocious, atrocious, ferocious. Okay. Yeah, ridiculous. No. Alright, so we're going to eat and drink right here, because then we're about to start the escort. Right now, he's right in that cage. Or she is, Melissa. And then we should be good. Of course, there are a couple spots where it's like, you know, where there's going to be mandated packs or whatever that come out, but go for it, Melissa.
Get me out of here. I came up to the Valley of Spears to talk to the Meridines. I thought I could do a little business with them, but they don't want to talk. I think they want to eat me. Get me out of here, and my brother Horniz will pay you big. He's at our camp next to the Kodo graveyard to the east. Let's hurry, adventurer. Not 2 minutes ago, I heard some centaurs talking about getting wood for their cookpot.
Alright, so we're going to just let her kind of lead the way, and we'll save her if we have to. She might aggro that one right there. She sure did. And that's okay. I mean, she's not, like, totally helpless. But we can't really count on her. We have to try to keep her alive, which means we have to hold the aggro ourselves. And then not let them get more aggro. So luckily when it ran that way, that's cool. Okay, we are getting some mage weave though, that's nice. Alright, so luckily, now I think there's only two spots or so where we're gonna have mobs come. This is going to be one right here. A pack will spawn right here. Pretty sure. Yeah, see, 4 mobs really spawn. So what you want to do is pull. You want to kind of control this on your own. All 4 came? Oh my gosh. Okay. Holy cow. This is not what I anticipated. Yikes. So this is right here. This is a good reason. We're probably going to lose. They're all going after me? Okay. What in God's name? Holy cow. So if I can get some of these off, that'd be great, but I'm gonna die on this. Holy, I'm gonna freaking die. Okay. So now I have to hope that she doesn't die, and she's probably gonna. Okay, so I just pulled 2 of them off, and that's with a... Gosh, she's actually winning against one of them. Holy cow. She's chasing him down. Okay. Now, will she come back to me? Yes, but will she die and aggro another one? Oh no. Ah, man! Gosh, I wasted a reincarnation. Oh my gosh. So here's what you have to do on this one. Gosh, that sucks, because now we have to wait for a full respawn, too. That really stinks. I did not think that she was going to die to that guy. I thought she had him so low, but she was so low, too. I'm going to maybe die again. Get a lightning on this guy. That sucked. Absolutely, completely sucked. So, right there, we died. And a big part of it was like, those guys all 4 aggroed on. So I don't know what you do about that. That was just rough. The only thing I can think of is we lead her out even more. And with that extra leading, because now we're going to have to wait for her to respawn. But with that extra leading... if you could just pull them off in packs of 2, I think that's what you have to do. Like, you've got to go way ahead of her then and get those guys pulled back way faster. That's all I can think of. Dude, that sucked. I used the wrong thing, but oh well. So now, like, she's dead. It does take her a little while to respawn. So now we'll go back and maybe, since we have to kill mobs anyway and just kill time, we'll go back and try to kill some dudes that way. As we can do. We did use our reincarnation, so we're kind of toast there. If she would have been able to kill that guy and not die, like we would have beat that part. And I think that's the tough part. Alright, so I'm going to come out here a little bit and just clear the way some while we're killing time. And again, we haven't got the mouthpiece yet either, so... If we get the mouthpiece, I'm going to start advertising whether or not we finish the escort, because the escort could help us out. And then when you come out here, that's what will happen also, is there will be another pack of guys that will sort of kind of spawn. Yeah, Yeah, so I don't. The respawns aren't there yet. At least there's that. The mobs aren't respawning super fast because they could really hurt us on this too. My guess is she's going to be somewhere in the 5 to 10 minute respawn range. Potent Pants of the Monkey. That's cool, but no. Now that I'm switching over to male, that's really what we need. We need to be male wearers from this point forward. Alright, we can fight this guy in there. There's a marauding mauler. She's still not back. These guys. 1v1, it's not the worst situation, but... I mean, unfortunately, our girl here is a little bit more like a healer, so this is one of the least powerful. We are getting these hog shanks, which does help us. We're just keeping an eye out for her to respawn. Now, meanwhile, for the actual guys, the guy at the con, he's up there. You'll see the mouthpiece, it's kind of like a horn-looking thing when it drops. I overdid that. One of my something else fell off. Oh, it's probably my flurry. And that made me think, oh, I've got to reapply a buff. Okay. Yeah, she's not the quickest respawn. I jinxed myself too. So these guys are running over to do Maraud on run, and so you very frequently see that when you're over here grinding. You'll see people going out to do that run. That's okay. Yeah, and we've got to kill these guys, so... Yeah, that was just so rough. I'm trying to like play in my mind, because I feel like we pulled pretty quick. I don't know if I should have pulled quicker. Not exactly sure. And the mana sucks. That's literally the worst part of this character is the mana spirit. Going over just to see if any have respawned. So another thing is, I guess I could let her make the run up here a little bit, and maybe she would only pull those 2, instead of pulling 4. But I'm scared. I think that's going to be option 3 for me. I don't want to start with that. I know there's a way to kind of stance your way around too, basically. Or they don't call it stance, I don't know, but where you basically use the Earthbind Totem to kind of swing and time your swings, and you can like really mitigate your damage that way. That's a little too OP for me, like, I'm not that good. There's probably like weak auras or mods you can get to help you track that, but... So... when you go out here, we do have to be careful, because again, a second thing like that will happen. And I beat what we just did. I've gotten past that before. The part where I've died also before, or had her die, is out here against these guys. Because the same kind of thing will happen. And you don't want these people out here messing it up. So, it's called Get Me Out of Here, right? Okay, so this is a quest. All it's saying is like, hey, make sure the path is clear. Common sense. Start the quest. When the 4 move to your left and keep moving east as far as possible, they will not attack. Oh. When the group at the gate appears, jump on your mount and aggro them, run around for a little while. Eventually, they disappear. By this time, she's running... So they're basically saying, don't even try to do this quest the normal way. I've done it the normal way. It is hard. But, okay, so path is clear. So we can try this now. And then, if we're going to go as east as we can... What's that say? Move to your left and keep moving east as far from them as possible. And it'll never attack. Okay. I'm going to try that this time. At least that'll help me get through the first path. And then it says just run around and eventually those guys are going to disappear. And then by then... I mean, we could try it that way, sort of gimmicking the quest. I'm willing to try it. Why not? My unarmed is... I guess getting better. Not really, I'm level 20 something with unarmed. Alright, so this is good though that they are respawning, so we're clearing the respawn path. I mean, she's probably going to respawn soon. We are getting bad luck about getting this horn. Haven't had the horn drop yet. But, oh well. I'm guessing she's respawned by now. But who knows? I wish they... Oh, nope. Look, 2 more just respawned. So the fact that they're all respawning, if she's on the same timer as them, she's probably going to respawn soon. Yikes. Ah, man, these guys suck. And back to being disarmed. And I can't hit them. Once they disarm me, I can't hit them. And I can't use my... Okay. Let's try this one. See what we got. These guys are a little bit... They're all coming in. The Wranglers are more annoying. Okay, he's probably gonna run. Probably gonna wreck my life here. Good, he ran the wrong way. Good for me. Oh, come on. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm dropping that. Is there any other... I cannot believe they are not drinking... They're not dropping any liquid for me to have. I don't want to have to spend money buying drinks. But I guess I'm gonna have to. I do not like this sim. Now, that thing said, get on a mount. Well, I don't have that as an option, but we could... we could get a Ghost Wolf form. We could drop Earthbind totems, get a Ghost Wolf form, and then run. Do that. That's stupid unarmed. These Wranglers are so annoying. Okay. Then let's get this one, because you know he's going to aggro. He did last time. Okay, she's back. So we can start this quest after this. We still have not gotten a mouthpiece yet, though. So that's kind of annoying. No. Okay. I don't care. That guy, we'll fight him if we have to. Let's go, girl.
Get me out of here. I came up to the
Try it
Valley of
again.
Spears to talk to the Meridines. I thought I could do a little business with them. But they don't want to talk. I think they want to eat me. Get me out of here, and my brother Horniz will pay you big. He's at our camp next to the Kodo graveyard to the east. Let's hurry, adventurer.
Alright,
Not
we're
2
gonna
minutes ago, I
see.
heard some centaurs talking about getting wood
He
for the
paps
cook-off.
over, he might fight her. If not. Okay, so if they don't fight her, great. I can hide out here. I'm fine with that, but I'm worried that they're gonna fight her. I'm kind of keeping my eye on her. It says go east. Go to your left. Go as far east as you can. See, that's not... They all came now! Son of a biscuit. Gosh dang it. So, this did not at all work for me. What a freak. This is terrible. Terrible. And you can't heal her either. She's about to... We freaking... Gosh, forsake it, that's so annoying! Okay, so I failed again. So I don't know what people are... What that guy's talking about. And the only thing I could think of is if... you let her go through. Because they all four... Like, look what it says. When move to your left and keep moving east as far from them as possible. Gosh, that sucked so bad. It's so painful. I do not like that. Well, we're just gonna see this, I guess, as a grinding. This is more just grind time for the horn, which we're not. We're not getting good luck on that either. So I guess I just need to go like pre-run maybe. Like, what do they mean by go past her, like go to the left? Unless they're talking about like you lead them. Like get in Ghost Wolf form and lead them. Maybe that's what they're saying. I don't know. We're having really bad luck on this stupid. We have an agility, we have a stamina, we have an intellect, we have protection. We have a stack of scrolls we can use when the time comes. I don't want to use it now because even harder than this is Con Hratha. I just can't believe this is so poor. I've done my outcome is so poor on this. And you can't heal her. That time I did try to target and throw a heal at her. Sometimes you're allowed to do that with NPCs, sometimes not. Couldn't do it for her. So I do hate it when that happens. especially when you're a healer. Alright, so we're just going to pad around and keep this path clear, and then I guess that's what we're going to do. If we clear the path, that's, I guess, why you want the path cleared, because you need to be past them. You need to go wait for her to come out of the other side on this. Because if you can get to here, great. Then, like they said, just you go that the second time you, those guys will never attack. Cool. But the fact that when you hit one, it aggroes all four, that's what gets you really going on that last one. That one sucks. Okay, so there is nothing here. I'm going to re-promote just in the region. See if, because that way maybe we can get some help on this escort too. So the respawn rate's kind of low. I mean, we are up to almost 40%, so we are getting, it's not that this is nothing. It's not like we're getting nothing. We are making progress. We're slowly growing as characters, but this is rough. I would like to at least get the mouthpiece. You know, if we have to save, get me out of here. You know, that is what it is, because this has taken longer than I thought. This part, I didn't anticipate it taking so long to get the mouthpiece to drop. I was really not. I was really hoping I wouldn't fail that quest twice in a row. But either way, the mouthpiece is not dropping. So. That's it. We're just. I mean, that's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna. Yeah, we finally got a nectar. That's good. I'm gonna go in here and kill this guy. Why not? That helps us replace some of what we've been losing, our resources here. Yeah, I don't know the exact proc rate time on, like, how often you can... Yeah, then that guy, we don't even get 1 silver for that one. How often can they, how quickly can they get lightning shield proccing? Otherwise, I guess it would just be too OP. If every time they hit you, they procced it. That would be too much. I have to reapply the old Wind Fury soon. And thus the cycle continues. Alrighty. I mean, the fact that those guys respawn, that means we're starting to get some of our respawn timers in. Maulers. Yeah, so we're probably going to have to call it soon and just call it, you know, this is where we're at right now. We're at a grinding kind of point in time, and I would like to at least get that horn going. There, she's back already. Okay. So... don't love this idea.
Get me out of here. I came up to the Valley of Spears to talk to the
we're gonna,
Meridines.
this time we're going to do it for real.
Business with them, but they don't want to talk.
As long as she doesn't aggro...
Get me out of here and my brother Horniz will pay you big. He's at our camp next to the Kodo graveyard to the east. Let's hurry, adventurer.
I don't know how far away you go.
Talking about getting wood for their cookpot.
This guy, we've got to kill him. So I don't want to fail it. Oh, we went too far from her. And I failed instantly because of that. So that means we're now in respawn time again for that. So I do think abandoning the quest helped to respawn a little faster, but yeah. So now I really don't know what they mean by they won't attack you if you just hug the left. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe we can see somebody else do it, because like I truly don't know what they mean. Like, I'll try to understand that. Maybe someone explained it a little better further on, since we have more time to wait here. Okay, so, but yeah, you can't get too far ahead, so that whole leading because of the mounts and blah blah blah, like, it's not a real strategy. You gotta stay kinda close. But whatever, we're getting 400 XP every time. Now, we are going to run out of our double XP soon. We're getting near that. And it'll... Ooh, that was a nice bonk, like, bonk. Okay. Probably, yeah, I was going to say, probably this guy's back out there. And it says eventually they despawn. I don't know. The deal is, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of next is either one, we get some help, and it's all Alliance, unfortunately, that I've seen coming through here. So further down, randomly decided to do this while attempting the horrible drop rate. Clearing the path. When it reaches the first intersection, hang back, let her walk through, and then the mobs will despawn. Okay, so I guess we're going to do that. We're going to hang back as far as we can this next time. Okay, that's the first part. And then hopefully they'll just despawn, because they won't aggro onto her. We just can't hang back too far, or else we'll lose the quest for that reason. Which, okay, that makes kind of sort of sense. Then the bottom of the camp, just attack them and pull them east using slows and snares. We need to attack that guy too. Then they'll run ahead and complete the quest, and you don't have to kill anything. So that's basically, once we get down there, we need to do that. We need to basically just slow them, and it says pull them east. Okay, I can hang on that. She back? Not yet. Okay, so that gives me I feel like a more meaningful strategy, and we're killing these guys as they respawn right now. So maybe we'll be okay. Because then if we could use this Earthbind Totem and Stoneclaw Totem, then maybe she'll run in complete, and we don't have to worry about killing too much. Okay. We'll see. We're gonna see how this goes. Probably we're gonna respawn, and the mouthpiece drop rate. This is crazy. I don't know that I've seen the mouthpiece drop rate be this bad before. This is really bad luck for us. Really bad RNG. But we're getting our level. We're grinding out XP. We're over 40% now. I think we just leveled up at the very, very end of the last episode, and we're already almost halfway to 41. So this is another good forced kind of leveling experience, doing all these Centaur. What else can we do? Go up there and get this one, I guess. Scout. Now at this point, I would like to at least complete one of these two things. I would like to either get the mouthpiece and make a shot at Hratha, or I would like to beat this escort in this episode. I knew that was going to happen. It happened when we... She's not respawned yet, but this guy is now respawning. Okay, so this time we're going to hang back. I hate these wranglers. And we are going to hang back and try it that way. And then we are going to... move forward. Yeah, buddy. Why you running? Why you running, you little buster? What else can we do? Waiting on the homegirl to respawn. That was just and not that last time. It was just bad on me. Like, I should have known. Why, oh, why do I keep attempting escort quest? Yeah, especially at level, like this is a level 39 escort. We're level 40, like, escorts are usually only successful if you're like 5 levels above them or whatever. Where you can handle the waves of mobs that are gonna spawn. Or if you do like, I mean, that's, you never know. You could do a high perch one and it's just a couple wyverns or whatever, like you just don't know. And we are just, the luck here is completely horrible for the mouthpiece. Like, most of the time when I'm doing this, if I'm waiting to get her, like, I've had multiple mouthpieces drop in the same amount of time, like, where I'm stacking them. Like, stacking for the next time I do it, or in case I have failures or whatever. Yeah, see, this is rough. Okay, so we're going to let her go through. We're going to let them despawn. While we hang back as far as we can. Come on, Melizzle Brimbuzzle. Come on, little Brimbuzzle. There she is. Alright.
Get me out of here. I came up to the Valley of Spears to talk to the Meridines.
Okay.
I thought I could do a little business with them. But they don't want to talk. I think they want to eat me. Get me out of here, and my brother Horniz will pay you big. He's at our camp next to the Kodo graveyard to the east. Let's hurry, adventurer. Not 2 minutes ago, I heard some centaurs talking about getting wood for their cookpot.
Okay, so this time we are going to let her lead the way. Whole different strategy than last. Exact opposite strategy. Firewater is stingy this morning. Well, it's RNG. But yes, I mean, the Hratha mouthpiece is stingy this morning. Okay, so we need to... This is what they mean by hanging to the left. Maybe if I hang up here, I'm still like within range of her. I can see her. But I don't have to worry about... There they are. Okay, so we're going to let her go through. We're going to hang back, wait for them to despawn. Don't want to let her... I don't want to let them get too far. No, no, no. We're just gonna let them go. I don't want to pull them up on her. I just need to pull them. Cool. All right. So there you go. So we survived that one. And then now it says just pull them east. Okay. So now, when these guys spawn, we are going to... I'm going to drop an Earthbind Totem. How long does it last? Okay. Come on, girl. I didn't aggro them enough.
Come on, don't do this to me.
No! So I screwed that up. Dang it. I'm screwed. She's screwed. I'm screwed. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. Please, 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 please.
I freaking got it! You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
I screwed it up again. Okay, well. On the plus side, we made it through the first wave. The downside on that one, I allowed her to aggro on to these guys. That was my, you know, that was my kryptonite. I should have gone up and pulled them and kited them forward. My kryptonite was that I did not do that. Where are we at with record time? Yeah, we'll give it maybe one more go, and then that's it. Then we'll have to call failure for today and keep on trying tomorrow. This quest is much trickier than I... Now, like, let's... How did I do this on my other characters? Well, when I did my rogue... when I did my druid, I could stealth past that first pack, make it into this area, and then you just gotta try to get lucky and get her through. I could bear it, I could do whatever. With the mage, easy peasy. You just hit him with Blizzard, they're all slow, she runs forward. Jeez. I don't know if I really have the... I mean, it was better. Progress, not perfection, right? We just gotta live and learn and keep trying. This quest was not this hard to me when I did it the first time. I don't know what is different. But you know, it's just a bad luck morning. We're also having issues with the dropping of the mouthpiece, so it's another negative thing. Look, this time it's a wind chaser that spawned in here. It is what it is. I think we'll be okay. In the long run. Just be nice to have some help here. That would help us out a lot too. Alright, so we're gonna just work on taking these guys out now, clearing the area again. Again, it's all more forced. I think we're outside of... Yeah, we're no longer getting rested XP. So our XP is gonna cut in half now. So that's fine, whatever. But that's good. We did find a kind of a gimmicky way to get rid of those first guys. Now it's tricky though because I had to be in Ghost Wolf form and they were not despawning enough. So there's that. I think we can get better in that area. We got the mouthpiece. Holy cow! Holy cow! Okay, let's see if we can get help now. Now I'll put it out there. And I'll put it in the guild too. I'm not gonna promote it super hard today because of time. And look, somebody's gonna come help us. So that's great. They said they'll be there in a sec. Umgox is a level 60. So they could maybe help us with this escort too. That'd be great also. All that. Alright, so they said they'll be there in a sec. Alright, we're gonna try it again.
Get me out of here. I came up to the Valley of Spears to talk to the Meridines. I thought I could do a little business with them, but they don't want to talk. I think they want to eat me. Get me out of here, and my brother Horniz will pay you big. He's at our camp next to the Kodo graveyard to the east. Let's hurry, adventurer. 2 minutes ago, I heard some centaurs talking about getting wood for their cook pot.
This one could screw us up, so... Alright, so this is a little bit different. Oh no. This is not what I wanted to happen. Okay. I don't know why they're doing that. She is fighting, which is okay. The most important piece is... Come on. She's... Come on. She's not dying to this. And if he gets there here in time, he could possibly save me. He's not that close. Alright, so this is good too. I actually don't need the lightning shield right now. Okay, so let me go through here before those guys spawn this time. Okay, so we're gonna let her just come through this time now. Because she won't have to worry about fighting. Gotta save this. Let me heal myself, actually. So look, she's made it through. Now she can help me fight him. I do need some juice for sure. Okay. We gotta go on this a little bit. I need some more. I'll just have to let her lead the way. A pinchy poo here. And if she aggroes this guy up on the thing, that's fine. That's as far as I can take it. She might aggro him, too. I might aggro him. Definitely we're going to be aggroing this guy. Okay. cool. Alright, so this is now good. I don't want the lightning shield. I'm going to save my mana for that. Be cool if I can... Now let's actually pull this guy out too. We want to clear the path. Because we don't want those other guys messing up our life here. There they are. The packs of dudes. Let's bring her back in some. Because maybe they'll despawn. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this. I want her to not aggro them. I'm going to run right through this pack of dudes. Okay. Maybe a potion. I can get through this. Maybe. There she is. She's running. Am I gonna be too far away? No! No! Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, it worked. It worked. Right? Wait, no, or did I fail? No, I didn't fail. It worked. Oh my gosh. Thank gosh. I didn't see it flash up that I succeeded. But I think I did. Oh gosh. Whew. Alright, so I think we succeeded, and now I can go back to that Kodo graveyard. Look, you can see the Kodo spirits. That was tough. That was a really tough one. But we did pull it off, and that required gimmicking the system for real at this level. Luckily, we don't have to do that one twice. Whew. That was rough. That was 100% rough. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so that's... Look, you can actually see her running there still. Either that, or she just spawned when I got there close. That's probably what happened. Gonna have to scratch the Mardines off our list. Too hard to work with.
My sister Melissa said you'd be coming. Thanks a lot for getting her out of the jam she was in. It's too bad that she's already probably found herself in a new one.
Alright, so he's probably on a flight path, I would imagine. Alright, so I'm going to just repair it. Yeah, they're most likely taking a flight path, which will take them there, and then they'll have a chance to run up there. And so this is a person, level 60, so this is going to help make this easier. I don't feel like banging my head against this wall right now. And that means tomorrow we can start the grind for the... switching over to be helping the Magram instead.
Looking for something special.
Wanted to repair. Oops, I don't want to sell that. Can sell that, so at least it gives us a couple things. Okay, so now here we go. Back where our durability is good now, and now we're heading back into Hratha. Alright, so... This, and again, we're going to have to do this exact same quest twice. That was tough, actually. That escort? Oh my gosh. Just too many mobs all at once. that's where you turned it in. Yeah, you horn is brim buzzle. But with a level 60, we should be fine. We will be fine. We're not to the level of the quest yet where 60s can't just smoke anything. That's coming soon in our life. Once you get to around level 50 elites, just getting a level 60 to come help you do the quest is not a guarantee anymore. So, it can be, but you start to enter that borderline zone at around the level 50 elites. Alright, so they're coming up and coming around. So happy we completed that escort. We'll mark that off on the spreadsheet soon, and then that's going to mean for next time, after this we will go get rested XP. So after this quest we'll go run into the village and log. What's our record time at right now? 2.5. So this is going to be a slightly longer episode. It already is, but we're accomplishing a lot. This is a big watershed moment. Now, how will we complete the whole separate chain next time? I promise that, because there's both the grinding element and the oh, he's a shaman, just like me. He's also a legionnaire, which means he's a high PvP dude. He's in my own image, basically. We're both trying to get up there. Or, I mean, we're both, like, two-handed, axe-wielding. Only difference being, he is an orc and I'm a Tauren. Alright, so we gotta clear... Basically what we're going to do now is clear the way to the tower. Killing our way up here would have been fine. He must have turned on free-for-all loot. Okay, so now what you do is you come up here and you take this and you blow the horn. Alright, so Strength of Earth, I'll also drop this on them. Wind Fury. I'll also drop a Mana String. Why not? Okay. We'll just stack our mana out the wazoo. Look at all these totems. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so we're not even like taking any damage. Alright, so there's Hratha. And he does have like a couple mobs behind him. He's taking his sweet time. Yeah, so I've got my 4 going, which is cool. Alright. Since he is doing Wind Fury, not really that worried about it. Alright, so we did it. I got the key fragment. Thanks to Molino. Alright, so... Alright, so... Alright, so he's just asking how do you get out. But yeah, he definitely, they're saying he definitely hits hard for the level. He does. That's the problem with him is, he has, it's like a Mortal Strike or a Sunder. He has some kind of, and I believe he has a Disarm, so it's a particularly challenging fight. I don't know that we are going to be able to solo it even when we try it a second time. So, luckily, we just got somebody to take it off our hands for us, you know? Which is, I mean, you know, it's a level 42 elite quest. We're level 40, so it's not, there's no, nothing shameful. They're designed to be picked up in teams. And we soloed level 40 elites on our own. We just did a level 39 escort on our own. So really, we've punched at or above our weight class pretty well. So I guess I can't really complain. Okay. So I'm going to let them be off in their world there, because what we're going to do now is go turn in this quest, and then we're going to go into Shadowprey Village to get that rested XP, and that's where we'll pick up. So then tomorrow's episode, what we're going to actually do is start the grind. We're going to do Magram Alliance and work on that. So let's also work on picking up, while we run this last little couple feet here, we did pick up some quests, so we can get out of this. We did the Get Me Out of Here quest. I have to go over here to do that. So Get Me Out of Here, the second hardest quest pretty much for neutrals, and we turned it in. Okay. And then now we are we're doing Con Hratha the first time. Dang it. And we are turning that in. So that's good. So we're pretty good shape, and now it's just going to be going back to the beginning to do Magram Alliance, which will then open us up into Broken Tears, and we'll start kind of doing that back journey there.
Is Con Hratha dead? Do you have the key fragment?
Oh, heck yeah. So this is 21. We're finally upgrading our armor, and it's going to be male.
And now the Maradim will fall. When the Gelkis rule this land, Gleek and so we will remember you, and the spirits of the earth will sing your name for all time.
Also, it's proof that we did this quest line. So we've finally gone on from our... from the Deathiest Blackened Armor, which is a dope-looking set for some time, and now we are wearing mail. So that's a big boost to our armor. We go from an armor of 92 to an armor of 238. It's also going to help our DPS. It's taking us from... We were getting 4 strength, 3 agility, and 11 stamina. to just straight strength and agility. So we do lose the 11 stamina, but we do gain like 150 armor. So all told, probably still a little bit less survivable, but our damage should get a bunch. And we put the extra reinforced armor. So this is really a 250, 262 compared to where we were rocking a 108. Yeah, so it's over 150 armor increase. We now have a 23.8 damage reduction. We did lose 110 life for that. I want to say just in the past couple levels we've gained like 5%. We've lost about 5% life, but we've gained about 5% to our physical damage reduction. So life is a little bit more important because it works for magic too. Bye-bye Defius armor. It's been nice. We also have tons of silk. So we need to go to a Hratha, which is good because we can turn that questline in next time we go that way too. Alright, up to the end. That was good. That was powerful. There's something Maraudine-ish. I don't remember what you get for... I mean, the Magrum, you get something for that too, but that'd be cool if we could make that work for us also. Alright, another episode in the pipe, 5x5. Thank you everyone so much for watching, for listening, for tuning in. And I will see you all on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.